Hey guys, this is your friend Mainak from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel, another video tutorial on Tekla Structural Designer. So friends, in today's video we'll show you how to model this particular building of steel structures in the Tekla Structural Designer software. So if you are new to our channel and you're watching this video for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel and enjoy and learn from various videos related to various aspects and software of civil engineering. So let's get started. So let's start. First of all, we'll go to model and we'll define some construction levels for our model here. And before that, you can check the code of the country in which you are designing the building here. In the settings here, we have US metric settings, and we'll just do this as active and OK. And here in the model settings, we'll also use the US codes. So codes have been selected. You can choose the code of the country along with you want to make the building. So after that you can go to models and then construction levels, and then you can insert level below for the foundation level. Let's give minus 1.2 meters, and above it you can insert a level. Just name this as a TOS, top of steel, and after doing that you can just change the spacing of that particular. Let's do it as 3.2 meters, and we'll go G plus, as you can see here, G plus 1, G plus 2, G plus 3. So up to G plus 3 we can go, and we can create another level above it, and this particular level will just give us 2 meters depth or spacing, and you'll insert another level above, and that one will just give 1.5 meter your spacing. So after that we'll just click on OK, and before that you can just name this as last floor, just to make sure that we choose the columns up to this one, or you can name this as last floor, because this will be the last slab level, and after that will be the remaining things. So after that you can just go to this particular option of your grid lines. So for that you'll go to structure base, that is our plinth level for here, and just select, we'll go with the rectangular wizard here, and we'll just choose the grid lines. Next, and we can give the count here. So let's go with this count of 3 along the x-axis with a spacing of let's say 4 meters, and then just click on next here, and this is along the y. So along the y also we'll just keep as let's say 4, and after that we'll just click on next here, and after that next, and your finish. So we have completed up to this much, and after that we'll just choose our sections for our columns here. So the column sections, we'll just select the columns here, and after that from here we'll just choose the section. So here let's go to new and edit, and we'll provide a section for our columns. So I will go with your square hollow sections, and we'll choose, let's say, this one 254, and select here, and we'll just give the columns up to this much level, and if you want you can go to the structure 3D, and you can check the columns here, rotate the model using the mouse right button, select all the columns here like this, and then the top level you'll just do this as your structure 5. So after you have done that, we'll just go to the base level, and after going to the base level we'll just define our beams. So we'll take the beams, and for the beams also we'll just take a section here, and we'll just take a new section. We'll again go with square hollow section for the beams as well. So for the beams we'll just go with this 228, and then select, and then just assign our beams. So after we have assigned our beams, we can then go to our edit option and create infills. So after we just click on create infills, and we can choose the section for our infill beams. So we'll just go with the square hollow section for our infill beams, and we'll go with this diameter, and we'll just choose this number here, and the number let's give as 3. So this direction we can choose here. We can just select the entire span if you want, and just give the direction along which you want to place the infill beams. So after that, as you can see, the infill beams have been placed, and next you can just click on escape, and after that you go to model here, slab on beams, and go to composite slabs. So you can choose the particular type of composite slab here. Overall depth is 100 mm, and here you can just choose among this particular properties. So let's go with 2-inch 33S SI, and after that you can just provide the slab in the entire span. And after you have provided this particular slab here, you can just, what we can do is we can just copy this to the remaining levels. So we'll go to model, and we'll go to construction levels, and for the particular base we'll just do this as base, and then click on OK, and then we'll see the first level has been done, construction levels, and do this as unique, and remaining levels you'll just do this as 1, this one also 1, this is last floor, so this is 1 here, and after we have done up to the last floor, we'll just go to construction levels here, and then make them back as unique. So after you make them back as unique here, and here you can also select this particular columns also, and reduce them also. So after that, what you can do is you can simply go to the option of your truss here, and then select this, and then select this. This will be our span for our truss, and simply we'll just go with a Howe truss or a Pratt truss, and height will be our 1.5 meters height for the Pratt truss, and just click on your finish. So this will be our Pratt truss we have selected here, and the section here you can change the particular section which you are using here for the truss. We're going with the square hollow section here, and a square hollow section of, let's say, your 178, and then just click on OK, and after that you can simply just go to edit here, and then copy, and then simply copy this particular option from all the levels here, and then click, and then close this, and after that you go to home and model, and then beams, and then choose a property or a section for our beams here. Let's go with this section of 127, and then select, and then just complete the beams here, and then here also we'll just provide a beam. Need to be careful in the modeling part. Start from here, so after you have done that, if you want, we can further assign the loads here. If you want, before assigning the loads, you can just see here, and you can just select the supports here, and then go and select this supports, and after that we can just make this this to fixed, so that we can take the maximum loads here. So these supports are fixed here. So now there is one more step remaining. What we'll do is we will select this middle columns just like this, and after selecting middle columns, we'll just reduce the top level to the, we'll just do this to this one, the last floor level, because this we don't have any trusses here, so we don't require that. After that, we'll just validate the model, and when you validate the model, as you can check here, is that all the model is properly modeled, and after that we can go for the load application part. So the load application part we'll see in the upcoming videos. For more such videos, stay tuned to our channel and keep learning. Bye bye.